Good morning, my little ray of sunshine. Today I'm going to be giving you a beautiful tour of my parents' van. They've come down to visit for a little bit because I may be planning something. I've literally banged on about it for ages, this van and the shower and everything, so I thought it was about time to show you the setup. Okay, so this is a 2013 Peugeot Boxer, long wheelbase. These are my parents. Hi. They live in it full time and have done since September 2021, and it's a self-build by you.
Yes, it is indeed. Done everything myself. Yeah.
Following
everything.
in my footsteps, I see. And the build took you how long?
Just over a year, on and off.
Yeah.
But I worked on it quite a lot.
You finished quicker than I did, and I
Yeah,
started
well, it didn't
first.
take much because but the reason is that I didn't record every single part of my van build. That's why there won't be a van build video, because to be honest, I just couldn't be asked to film it.
Wow.
There you go.
Motivating, inspiring,
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm gonna shut up and take you on a tour. Come on in. Okay, welcome to Monica.
It's not Monica. My parents' unnamed van.
Fine, the unnamed van, because my parents are sad. So let's start with the kitchen. I'm gonna bring in a host.
Hello.
Would you like to explain the kitchen?
The kitchen was very important to me. I like to cook a lot, so I was willing to sacrifice space in kind of other areas to have a slightly bigger kitchen. We've actually got an L shape, kind of maximised all the space that was available to us. We've got the fridge, which is kind of like a normal household fridge. Could do a slightly bigger one, but power issues and also fitting into the spaces we had. Got the cooker here. It's underneath the glass hob, which actually is pretty good that it folds down because it gives me an extra surface, so there's more kind of chopping area and food preparation area. 4 storage baskets here. Hold all the things that we use quite often. We've got cutlery, we've got a few glasses, got some bits and pieces for the dogs, although in hindsight it was a mistake to put the dog treats in the 3rd basket down because they sit constantly by that basket awaiting a treat. So yeah, probably could do after a year. I think maybe we ought to move them. It probably would save some tears from the dogs and some anger from me.
Yeah, probably.
Once the build was kind of more complete, we had some little gaps and areas that we could fill, so we put extra things in, like this little towel rail, or you can dry socks and underwear and things in the winter because we've actually got the heater under the fridge down there. So yeah, it's quite useful. It was a good use of a wasted bit of space, essentially. We've got cupboards here with food, kind of saucepans, and actually it doubles in that when we're in colder climates, so when we go into the Alps in the winter, it actually doubles up as a little fridge, to be fair, because it stays really, really cold down there, so we can put vegetables and other bits and pieces down there. Obviously got the sink here. Now the sink, we've got like a hose that you get a straight stream of water, but also a shower stream, so it's useful because I don't always want to go in the shower to wash my hair, so we use it kind of like as a little shower head as well to wash my hair. We have various cupboards up here. Oops, they're not always the most organised cupboards, but you know. We've got tea cupboards, coffee, and under here is kind of what we would, in a house, maybe you'd class it as the mess cupboard or the attic, possibly.
Junk drawer.
We have the water heater and cleaning equipment. I tend not to look too much in that cupboard. The kitchen for the van is kind of designed exactly how we wanted it to be, and it's worked as we wanted it to. The only thing I would say is my fridge. I wouldn't mind a bigger fridge, but you know, can't have it all. Oh, and on a special point, these tiles were really kind of important. We based a lot of the colour scheme off the van on these tiles. Slightly psychedelic, maybe.
No, they're really cool.
Yeah.
These are like the best feature of the van.
Yeah, they are. They're my favourite bit. And the bin is here. Easy to wipe things off once you've been cooking, crumbs, whatever else, vegetable peels. And my special plant, who likes to be there because she has sun. And up here we've got the space from the bulkhead. We put shoes. Probably would have done better to insulate it because in the winter it gets a little bit with condensation and whatnot, but it's still useful. It means the shoes aren't everywhere else. So on this super sophisticated control panel we have the on-off for the water pump, and here is the main light. So yeah, very sophisticated.
Okay, I'm moving onto the back.
This is the bedroom area, as demonstrated by two little dogs. So we opted for a fixed bed rather than one that you kind of had to put away every morning and then out again at night, because having lived in a caravan we kind of know that can be a bit wearing after a while. Maybe for a holiday it's all good for 2 weeks, but no, in full-time living you need a fixed bed. Well, we needed a fixed bed. We've got memory foam mattress which was cut to size, so yep, it's a really comfy mattress, which kind of is important as you're getting a bit older to have a comfy bed space. Around here we've got cupboards, kind of like toothbrush, towels, bits and pieces that you kind of would expect in a bathroom cabinet. These cupboards here are wardrobes. Got 1, 2, and the third one is Rob's there. Hanging space for kind of whatever. Hats usually is quite a good one because, yeah, well, where else are you going to put a hat? Got 2 kind of USB chargers, so we put the phones and Wi-Fi box and whatnot in there. 2 reading lamps. We've got little shelves at the back, which you'll see when we go around the other side to show the back end of the van. Yeah, it's nice. We've got little shelves underneath the windows, 2 little sliding windows. We've got shelves underneath so we can put our coffee on in the morning.
You have a nice navy theme going on in here.
Yeah, we like navy. In the summer it goes to white, but getting slightly chillier now, so we've got the extra blanket under there.
And now moving on to the back of the van. Here they have a collection of stickers of everywhere they've been, which is pretty cute. Dad, do you want to come and explain some more?
This is the garage area. This is where all the technical bits sort of happen, the batteries and all of the water system, and obviously storage. All I've got is 2 doors, simple little catch. It just opens the 2 doors. First thing, I have a little table, little resin table, which my brother-in-law made for me. He has his own business doing resin, by the way. It's probably worth you checking it out. So in the back we have all of our winter clothes. Okay, different bits and bobs that we don't use necessarily all the time, but are important. I have a cooler box which hasn't got anything cold in it. It's full of tools and stuff that you might need on the road. I have a backup battery system, the usual stuff: extension lead, bucket, stove, cables, whatever that is. Then we have these. So we stick all of our winter clothes, summer clothes, whatever we're not wearing at the time. So we out stuff out of these boxes, put them in the cupboards, and put what was in the cupboards back in here. For diesel, should we run out of diesel, we also use this for the diesel heater as well. We have an ironing board, more boxes. And then we have my box. It's got my skiing stuff in it, my helmet, my goggles, my salopettes. Really looking forward to getting up the mountains for do a bit of skiing. No van would be complete without a parasol and a clothesline. A hose. I don't know what to say about that really. Yes, it's a hose. That's pretty much all that's in the back.
Okay, now moving on to the water system.
Okay, that's a very nice introduction. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I spent a long time trying to work out my water system for the van. We know we wanted a tap, and we know that I wanted a full-size shower, which we'll get to in a minute, because I know a few of you have been wanting to see the shower in here for quite some time. As Charlotte said earlier on, we've just got the simple switch here which turns on a shore flow pump in the back. It also has an expansion vessel on it as well, so it stops all the jitteriness of the flow of the water.
And my filter, which you stole.
I didn't steal your filter.
You did steal my
I
filter.
didn't.
You stole my
You
water
broke
system.
yours.
He stole my
No.
water system
No.
and then bought me another one but left half the stuff out. So I don't have a filter on my water system because of him.
It's a great filter. I love it. Just turn the pump on and nice steady flow of water. Turn that off whenever you want. Not that it's that important to turn the pump on and off, but when you run out of water, it makes a heck of a row, so that's why it's nice to have a little button just to turn the pump off when it runs out. So that's that, drained through, straight through the bottom of the van. Okay, hence the bucket that I just showed you. In regards to the water system that I put in the van, I've got 2 75-litre tanks. I thought it very important, instead of having all the weight of the water on one side of the van, to split it to make sure it's equal both sides. There's also another reason why I had to do that, and that was to fit this big ass 1 meter long drawer that slides out into the lounge area. All the plumbing was done by me, a lot of it's just push fit connections, plastic pipes, push them in, it's all good.
John guessed.
They're connected at the bottom, okay, so we can fill just one tank up and it runs through to the other, so both of them fill at the same time. Should we get to the shower? Because there is not just a normal shower in this van. I've never seen it before, but I wanted this van to be open plan. I didn't like any cubicles to block up the space, block the flow of light, and being able to use it as a home, you know. So I wanted a shower cubicle, but I wanted to hide it completely, because there's certain things you need. You need chairs, you need to be able to sit down, you need to be able to have a table, you need all the storage. It's such a complicated thing, you know, and I know that many of you that have done van builds have really struggled to fit a proper shower in your vans. So
Struggle.
I don't mind sharing mine. If you want to copy it, have at it, okay? And good luck. Good luck working it out, because there's many hours of head scratching to get this thing right.
Genius here didn't make a blueprint or anything.
No, just tried to work it out.
Also, none of us have any DIY training or anything.
No.
Like, people were like, how would you figure out how to do this? You just
God,
figure it out.
You know, if you
just
speak
figure it
to
out.
any of my friends, they will tell you I'm the worst person at DIY I've ever come across. I mean, I'm terrible, absolutely terrible. So that shower. Okay, so with this we wanted the nice seating area, but we also wanted the cubicle, or I wanted the cubicle to be in here. So all I have to do to open the shower is pull the string. So now it's open. You can see that I've got a nice little area for the shampoo, and also anything you want to use whilst you're in the shower. The back here is using a vinyl wrap to waterproof it. Just 9mm ply behind. This area here is the little cupboard storage area on this side. The floor was done with flat roof white resin. That's glass reinforced plastic. Okay, to do it. So we've just done it myself because I couldn't find anything else that would fit. It works really well. And yeah, I've got a proper mixer tap over there, and my shower head, which has an on-off button to save water, because water's always an issue when you're living full-time in a van. I put a shower curtain at the back because I wanted it to concertina out. And I don't have any door on this side because, to be honest, it's so deep that it never causes us a problem. You get a bit of splashing, we just put a towel down, it's absolutely fine. But, you know, and I can stand in here and have a full-on shower, no problem, plenty of room. And there's my shower head. So just pull the shower head off and away you go. All the pipe work for the shower is behind here, between this ply and the wall of the van. So yet again, it was pretty tricky to sort out. But I got there in the end. So in order to shut the cubicle, you just need to hold one of these bars and give it a push. Now, because these are lock-in hinges, lock-in drawer runners, they lock in two different places, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. So it locks there, and then you have to do it again.
Coco move.
So you push it to there, pull the seat back down, and there you have it. Click in the final lock into place for travelling, and you're all good. Look at the space! I love it. Absolutely love my shower. Not to be too big-headed, but I think it's brilliant.
Not as good as mine, obviously, but no, you did a great job.
5-year-old could have built your shower.
Excuse me.
So this doesn't look too pretty, but these pieces of string are there for a reason. Because you can't put a handle on these, because otherwise when the shower pulls out, it's going to hit the handles. And what we wanted to do was to be able to actually access the garage from inside the van. So we have drawers that open into the van. Okay, we have a his and hers. So that's Charlotte's, this is my one. And then we have the big one, which is this one. So the big one is 1 metre deep, and it comes fully right into the van. It just saves us getting important stuff out the back by going round the back of the van and having to fart around. If it's raining, you don't want to do that. We wanted a proper table, so there you go. Made by my brother-in-law. Rather nice, isn't it? What do you reckon? If you want one, I'm sure he'll make one for you. I'll put a link in the description. The last bit is where we go to the toilet, and that is in here. So as you can see, there's the toilet seat. You'll see here there is actually a computer fan. So I built in a computer fan which is ducted to the outside of the van by a little switch. So when you're going to go to the toilet, just turn the switch on and on comes the fan. Last thing to talk about is the power supply that we have here. So on the roof we have 360 watts of solar panels, 2 panels. They feed into 300 amp hours of lithium ion battery, which is quite a bit. Still not enough though, to be honest. We have a 3000 watts inverter in the back, which also acts as a charger. So I do actually have a hidden external power port to plug in at campsites to charge the batteries up. Also, I didn't want lots of dials and gauges and everything in the van. I've seen it loads of times. I really don't like it. The only gauge we've got is this one here, which is the diesel heater, and these 2 switches over here, and that's all there is in here, which I love. Okay, so last thing is we have just a normal UK plug socket for plugging in everything we need. Fridge is plugged into the inverter. It is a 240 watts, not 12 volt fridge. Reason being is they're too bloody expensive. So maybe an upgrade in the future. I've only ever had one problem, and that was with this light, where I had a touching wire. I know that's pretty bad, but it kept on blowing fuses. But I managed to work it out, and the brilliant thing about it is, because I built it, I knew exactly what to do.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked the tour of my parents' van. I think it's great, although I've probably never said that to you before.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
Yeah,
Oh, that did, yeah.
much. Well, that being said, is that Amy made her van, I made mine, and
I didn't make a van.
and Charlotte didn't make a van, but she done everything else. She kept us fed and watered and done everything else.
So if you want to build a van,
We recommend it.
we recommend it. It won't be easy, but you did it with no experience. I did it with no experience. So you know, all you gotta do is just fight the fear and just go, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. It's just a van.
To be honest, YouTube, that's where I learnt everything.
That's where I learned
That's where she
everything.
learnt everything. Just do it, work it out, and remember, measure twice, cut once.
Yeah, I just cut mostly and didn't measure. We want to show you that you can do it. You totally can. I believe in you.
So do I.
We believe in you.
So does she.
Make
Believes in
coffee.
Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week, and as always, thanks for your love and support. Bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry. This is between us.